Hello everyone and welcome to our new video, where today we are going to be checking out the top 5 best budget gaming laptops in the market in 2018. I made this list based on my personal opinion and I'll try to list them based on their price, quality, durability and more. If you want to find out the price and more information about these laptops, you can check out the links down in the description and the comment section below. Okay, so let's get started with the video. At number 5 we have the Dell Inspiron 157567. The Dell Inspiron 7567 would be a good entry step to the world of competitive gaming without spending thousands of dollars, since this laptop combines an impressive hardware for an affordable price. From a design perspective, the Dell 7567 has an aggressive red and muted grey combo body that is accompanied by really exciting cooling vents, an LED backlit IPS display, a glossy muted grey keyboard with the red labeled buttons, and a mousepad with a red accent which bisects the left and the right part. On the left side, there is a microSD slot, a power port and a USB 3.0 port, while on the right there are two more USB 3.0 ports, a microphone headphone combo, an internet jack and one HDMI out, so for the price there are indeed many ports. But now, let's talk about its features. This laptop packs an Intel Core i5 processor with an HDD of 1TB, 8GB of DDR4 RAM memory and an NVIDIA GTX 1050 with 4GB of graphics card, so you can play many of the current and upcoming games without any problems. Your gaming sessions will be sensational. This is because of the 15.6-inch Full HD IPS display, which is covered with an anti-glare layer, so, as you know, the reflections and the glares will be reduced to the minimum. Moreover, the backlit keyboard is splash-proof and it is very comfortable to type and to play on, especially when it is night, because you can turn on the light and have a real gaming ambient. Before we end, I want to inform you that if you're gaming, the battery life would be around 2 hours or around 10 hours for casual work. Overall, if you keep in mind that this laptop doesn't have an SSD card, then we can definitely say that the Dell 7567 is a real bang for the buck, and I would definitely recommend it to everyone that is looking for a budget gaming laptop. Next up, at number 4 we have the ACER Nitro 5. The ACER Nitro 5 is an inexpensive but powerful gaming laptop that will ensure long hours of gaming with stunning visuals and stable FPS. So, let's find out why this laptop is so demanded by the gamers. From a design perspective, the ACER Nitro 5 has a black body that is highlighted by red accents across the front and the back part, which give a sense that we are talking about a gaming laptop. The connectivity options are composed of one USB 3.0 port, one USB 3.1 Type-C port, an HDMI output, two USB 2.0 ports, a Kensington locks lock, internet port, an SD card reader and an audio out jack. One of the most notable things about this laptop is its iron red backlit keyboard, which has a decent key travel so you wouldn't miss any key during your gameplay. All of the keys are labeled with red font, except the WASD keys, which have a thicker font and a red border so you can easily identify them when you're gaming. The laptop's touchpad is clickable and there aren't any dedicated buttons, so in my opinion you wouldn't have to use any of them in terms of gaming, but for ordinary web surfing they are great. Anyways, let's talk about the performance of this laptop. The ACER Nitro 5 is powered by the Intel Core i5 7th generation processor, while the other components include 8GB of RAM, 256GB of SSD, and NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1050 Ti with 4GB of RAM, which means that you can play most of the games smoothly and you won't deal with lag even if you have plenty of tabs open at the same time. Moreover, the 15.6-inch Full HD IPS screen can lean back to around 150 degrees and offers wide viewing angles, so your games will look sharp with accurate color reproduction, which is always demanded by the gamers. To conclude, you should definitely consider this laptop as your next purchase, because the hardware and the display will increase your gaming experience like never before. Moving on, at number 3 we have the Lenovo Legion Y520. The Lenovo Legion Y520 is one of the most sold gaming laptops on the market, which is nothing to be surprised of, due to the fact that it looks gorgeous, doesn't get warm at all, and has a mighty hardware that guarantees long and lag-free gaming sessions. From a design perspective, the Y520 features an attractive, plastic but sturdy construction with strategically crafted fans and vents which are located close to the graphics card and processor. It also has large rubber feet at the bottom of the device, a red backlit keyboard with a key travel of 1.7mm, and a black touchpad that is bordered with a red finish. The connectivities include two USB 3.0 ports, a USB 3.1 Type-C port, one USB 2.0 port, an HDMI port, a gigabit internet port, an SD card reader, and dual built-in 2-watt Harman Kardon speakers with Dolby Audio Premium, which means that the sound quality is loud and sharp for your ultimate gaming experience. Now, let's talk about the features. The Y520, as I stated in the beginning, features some mighty hardware such as a VR-ready NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1050 Ti, 256GB of SSD storage, an i5 processor, and 8GB of RAM, which is more than enough to handle many games with stable FPS. I also want to mention that the 15.6-inch IPS display is covered with an anti-glare layer, and the maximum resolution of 1920 by 1080 means that all of your games will look natural and you won't get distracted by any glares. The battery life may last between 3 to 4 hours of intense gameplay, which is satisfactory, but you can always plug it into your charger and play without getting distracted. Overall, the Lenovo Y520 would be a top choice for you because it justifies its price tag, so you wouldn't need to invest in another laptop, because for the next 4 or 5 years you will be able to play most of the games out there. Next up, at number 2 we have the MSI GL62M. The MSI GL62M combines an i7 processor, 128GB SSD, 1TB hard disk, 8GB of RAM, NVIDIA GTX 1050 Ti, and a 15.6-inch IPS display in one piece for a price lower than $1,000. So, from the very beginning, you know that this laptop should be on everyone's list. From a design perspective, the MSI features a matte black chassis with thin red accents on the rear, which join the dual fan grills, and when you open the lid, you will instantly notice the beautiful backlit keyboard, which was crafted by SteelSeries. So, I can't find any remarks for the design. The connectivities are robust. So, along the left, there is a USB Type-C port, a gigabit internet port, a secure lock slot, jacks for headphones and a microphone, and a pair of USB 3.0 ports. On the right side, there is an SD card reader, an AC adapter jack, and a single USB 2.0 port, which is great. Anyways, let's talk about the performance. One of the most notable things about this laptop is its 15.6-inch Full HD IPS display, which supports up to 94% of the NTSC color range. Or to be more precise, the colors are incredibly vibrant and accurate. Your gaming and movie experience will have a whole new dimension. I also want to mention that the SteelSeries keyboard supports anti-ghosting for up to 45 keys, so during your gameplay, the tactile feedback would be a real blessing. The battery life can last around 3 to 4 hours. However, I think that MSI could have done a better job with that, but anyway, you can always plug it into your charger and enjoy your gaming time. You shouldn't worry about the heat as well, because of the MSI's Cooler Boost technology, which will prevent throttle and lets you maintain high system performance. To conclude, you should seriously consider buying this laptop because the benefits are enormous for what you're actually paying for. To finish off our list, at number 1 we have the Acer Predator Helios 300. The Acer Helios 300 is one of the best products in the Predator line because it has everything that a typical gamer would like to have, starting from a powerful CPU, GPU, and a good amount of RAM and SSD memory. From a design perspective, the Helios 300 has a premium looking design that is accompanied by sharp edges, red accents across the grille vent, lid and the chassis, so basically the build quality and its appearance are aggressive like any model in the Predator series. There are 4 USB ports such as USB 3.0 port with power off charging, 2 USB 2.0 ports and a USB-C 3.1 port, which are followed by an internet port, 1 card reader, a Kensington lock, a headphone and mic jack and an HDMI port. Moving on, the iron red backlit keyboard has a spacious key travel so you can maneuver quickly as your gameplay intensifies. But I also have to mention that the backlit touchpad is surely a great addition even though you are going to use an external mouse. Anyways, let's talk about the features. The Helios 300 boasts an impressive hardware, which means that your gaming experience will be elevated to a whole new level. The Intel Core i7-7700HQ CPU, 16GB of RAM, 256GB SSD, and the VR-ready GTX 1060 with 6GB are more than enough to let you play games with a stable and consistent FPS rate, but we will talk more about them in the following section. The 15.6-inch IPS matte display has a full HD resolution, and it does a pretty good job in revealing even the most demanding details in all of the games you play and produce a fantastic color accuracy. Thanks to the included hardware, you can play Hitman on 1080p at 61 FPS, GTA 5 with 60 FPS, Tomb Raider at 62 FPS, Assassin's Creed on 44 FPS, and more. Overall, the ACER Helios 300 is worthy of considering, so if you're looking for a gaming laptop that can handle a wide variety of games, then this would be your top choice. Thank you for watching, guys. I hope you liked this video. If you want to find out the price and more information about these laptops, you can check out the links down in the description and the comment section below. And if you have any questions related to them, you can leave a comment down below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.